And welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the garage. Welcome to another great video with Everything Abron. As you've seen by the thumbnail, we are doing another project. My daily driver out there. I already got it ready. So let me grab all my stuff and let's meet out there in the road. So as you guys can tell, we already got the vehicle up on some wheel ramps. You can use a jack and jack stands, whatever you choose. It's going to be a quick work today. It's real easy to change the oil on these 1.4 liter Chevy Sonics. I believe it's very similar for the 1.8 liters. We're going to make our way up underneath the vehicle. And as you can see right there, there's your drain pan and there's your drain bolt. So go ahead and get you an oil pan so you can drain your oil into it. Alright guys, so if you can, I would get you a fully rounded wrench or just use a socket on this, because these small 10mm bolts are notorious for stripping. I'm using a ratcheting wrench. Loosen that guy, take it off. Make sure you got some gloves on because you don't want to get all this old oil on your hands. We're going to let it drain for a few minutes. Let's make our way to the top of the engine. So while you got that drain plug down there undone and it oil draining, the tip is to actually just take off your oil cap. That actually allows air into the engine on the top, which aids in the draining process going quicker. The cool thing about your Chevy Sonic, or at least the 1.4 liter, you don't actually have to go underneath the vehicle to take off the oil filter. If you can see right here, that's where your oil filter lies, just behind your intercooler charge pipe. So you're going to need you a socket, specifically a 24mm socket. I personally like to put on this 1-foot extension. It just gives me a little bit more room and clearance. You take your wrench and loosen that guy up. And once you have it all the way loosened up, go ahead and push your charge pipe out the way. Have you a shop towel in hand. Go ahead and pull out the cap, and there's your oil filter. And to swap out your filter, it's literally as simple as pop off the old one and get your new one, click it right back into place, just like that. You're going to take off this little O-ring right here, take off that little O-ring, pull it up, and your new oil filter should come with one. And there it is. I like to take some of the new oil that you're going to be replacing with and lube up that O-ring. Get it on there, grab it, pull it down to that very bottom groove, and then I just do the little spin method and just keep spinning all the way around till it hits that bottom groove, just like that. And once you have all that back on there, go ahead and push your charge pipe back out the way, put your new oil filter over the little tab in there, and simply just screw this guy right back on. They actually do have torque specs. It's 25 Newton meters. Not too sure what that is in foot-pounds, but I'll put a little pop-up here on the top corner of the screen. Alright guys, and by now your oil is pretty much done draining. So make your way underneath, take your oil plug, and screw that guy right back on. This guy also has a torque spec. It's 14 Newton meters. You really don't want to go super tight on this because, like I said, this guy is infamous for stripping. We're done with this part. We're done underneath. Let's make our way back up top for the last time. So last but not least, you can go ahead and fully remove your oil cap. Get you a nice little funnel here, and then you're going to simply fill up your engine with 4.2 US quarts with whatever oil brand you want, as long as it is 5W30. Once you put your 4.2 quarts in there, go ahead and put your oil cap back on. Let's make our way inside the vehicle so I can show you how to do the reset oil life. So once in your vehicle, you're simply going to turn the vehicle to the on position. Don't start it. And then over here on the left side where you have your menu button, you're going to click that once, twice, and then as you see there, you now are at the reset screen. So then you're just going to hold the outer button here for a few seconds, and boom, you hear a little click, back to 100%, and your oil life is good and ready to go. Then the last thing you want to do is go ahead and start up your car, let it idle for a bit. You just want to make sure you're looking for any oil leaks or anything coming out, just to make sure you did it correctly. So pretty much after a few minutes, I'll turn it off, let it sit for another 5-10 minutes, and then we'll check the oil level, make sure we are at the correct level, and pretty much at that point you can call this project done. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you have made quick work with your oil change. Another great video, another great project that you've now completed. And quite frankly, there's going to be plenty more projects to come for all the vehicles in the garage. So thank you guys again for watching another great video with Everything Abram. Check you guys out in the next video soon.